Ever find yourself puzzled by the extreme jealousy exhibited by a narcissistic partner? Well, today, we're zeroing in on exactly that: narcissism and jealousy, specifically in relationships with a narcissistic wife. It's a delicate balance, but with the right approach, you can manage these behaviors and find a path to healthier interactions. There's a special bonus tip at the end you won't want to miss, offering a fresh take on everything. So, if you're ready to get a better grip on managing these complex issues, let's jump right in and start making sense of it all. 1. Recognize the signs. So, how do you know if your wife's jealousy is more than just the usual stuff and maybe tipping into the narcissistic zone? Well, it's all about spotting the signs. Jealousy can pop up in many ways, like if she's constantly checking your phone, always wanting to know where you are, or getting upset when you spend time with friends or family without her. Now, it's normal for anyone to feel a bit jealous sometimes, but with a narcissistic wife, it's on another level. She might make a big deal out of small things, like if you just chat with a coworker or an old friend. She could question your loyalty over minor stuff, making you feel like you're always on trial. And here's the thing. Her jealousy isn't about her love or care for you. It's more about control. She wants to keep tabs on you, making sure you're always within her grasp. It's like she needs to be the center of your world, and if she's not, she feels threatened. Recognizing these signs is crucial. It's the first step in managing the situation. You've got to know what you're dealing with, right? Once you spot these behaviors, you can start thinking about how to address them, setting the stage for a healthier relationship dynamic. So, keep an eye out for these over-the-top reactions and controlling behaviors. 2. Establish boundaries. Now that you've got a handle on spotting those jealousy signs, let's talk about setting up some boundaries. Think of it like setting rules for what's okay and what's not in your relationship. It's all about making sure both of you feel comfortable and respected. When dealing with a narcissistic wife, clear boundaries are super important. Why? Because it helps prevent her jealousy from taking over your life. Imagine this. You've got plans to hang out with your buddies after work. A wife who understands boundaries might say, "Have fun." But a narcissistic wife might try to guilt you into staying home or bombard you with messages while you're out. That's where you need to draw the line. Setting boundaries starts with a simple chat. It's not about being harsh. It's about being clear. You might say something like, "I love spending time with you, but I also need time with my friends. It's important to me." It's all about balance. You're not choosing friends over her. You're just making space for both. Now, she might push back. Narcissistic tendencies make it hard for her to see things from your perspective. But stand firm. Remind her that trust is a two-way street. If she trusts you, she needs to show it by respecting your space. Boundaries help you maintain your sense of self and ensure your needs are met. Plus, they teach her that her jealous behavior won't get her more attention. It'll just highlight the need for respect and trust in your relationship. So think about what boundaries you need and start that conversation. It's a step toward a healthier, more respectful partnership. 3. Maintain open communication. Now, let's talk about keeping the communication lines open. It's like when your phone has a good signal. Everything's clear, no misunderstandings. That's what we're aiming for in your relationship, too. When dealing with jealousy, especially the intense kind that comes with narcissism, talking things out can make a big difference. Imagine this. Your wife gets upset because you're spending time with colleagues after work. Instead of letting it brew into a bigger issue, bring it up. Say, "I've noticed you seemed upset when I mentioned my plans. Can we talk about it?" It's all about opening the door to understanding each other's feelings. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if she just shuts down or gets more upset? That's a possibility, but the goal here is to show that you're willing to listen and understand. It's not about solving the problem right then and there. It's about letting her know her feelings are valid and that you're there to support her. This approach does two things. First, it can help ease her insecurities over time because she sees you're committed to understanding her. Second, it sets a foundation for dealing with other issues that might come up in the future. Think of it as investing in a communication bank that you both can draw from when things get tough. So next time you sense jealousy creeping up, don't sweep it under the rug. Address it with a calm, open conversation. It's like untangling a knot. It might take time, but it's worth it to clear things up. If you're finding these tips helpful in managing your relationship with a jealous or narcissistic partner, why not give a thumbs up or drop a comment? And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button to stay updated with more insights. 4. Encourage professional support. All right, let's move on to the topic of help. If your wife's jealousy and possessiveness are really intense, it might be more than you can handle alone. That's totally okay. Encouraging her to seek support from a therapist or counselor can be a game changer. It's not about saying, "You've got a problem." It's more like, "I care about us, and I think this could really help us understand each other better." Now, she might be hesitant. There's still a bit of a stigma around getting therapy, unfortunately. But it's all about how you frame it. It's not a sign of weakness. It's about getting tools and insights to improve your life and relationship. Plus, it's not just for her. Couples therapy can be incredibly beneficial for both of you. It's a space where you can both express your feelings safely and learn new ways to communicate and connect. So, think about it like this. Getting professional help isn't a last resort. It's a proactive step towards building a stronger, healthier relationship. And there's nothing more important than that, right? If you're both on board, you could learn a lot and find new ways to tackle jealousy together. It's all about teamwork. 5. Focus on self-care. When you're in a relationship with someone who's got some jealousy issues, it's easy to get caught up in trying to make everything okay for them. But hey, what about you? You matter too. And taking care of yourself is not just good for you, but good for the relationship as well. Think of it this way. If you're running on empty, how are you going to be there for someone else? That's why it's crucial to find time for things that make you feel good, whether that's hitting the gym, reading a good book, or just chilling with friends. And when you take care of yourself, you're in a better position to deal with any relationship challenges that come your way. You're more patient, more understanding, and let's be honest, probably a lot happier too. Plus, it sets a great example for your wife. It shows her that it's okay to prioritize her own well-being, which can actually help ease some of those jealousy vibes. So, don't feel guilty about setting aside some me time. It's not selfish. Whether it's a hobby, exercise, or just some quiet time alone, make sure you're not putting your own needs on the back burner. After all, a happy, healthy you is the best thing you can bring to your relationship. 6. Promote mutual growth. Let's talk about growing together, because that's what great relationships are all about, right? When you're dealing with jealousy, especially the kind that comes from narcissism, it's easy to get stuck in a loop of negative patterns. But here's a thought. What if, instead of just trying to fix what's wrong, you both focused on growing together? Growing together means encouraging each other to be the best versions of yourselves. It's about supporting each other's dreams and ambitions, not just getting hung up on the tough stuff. For example, if your wife is feeling insecure, how about encouraging her to pursue a hobby or interest she's passionate about? This can help boost her self-esteem. And hey, it's a win-win because it takes some pressure off you too. And this growth thing isn't just about her. It's about you too. When you work on your own growth, you become more confident and content. And that's something that can really transform the vibe of your relationship. Plus, when you're both growing and evolving, you're building a deeper, more meaningful connection. That's the kind of stuff that makes relationships last. So, think about how you can foster an environment where both of you feel empowered to grow. It might be setting some new goals together, trying out new activities, or just encouraging each other to step out of your comfort zones. Remember, when you grow together, you're not just tackling jealousy, you're building a stronger, healthier relationship that's all about moving forward, not just getting stuck in the same old patterns. Before we wrap up, here's a bonus tip that can really make a difference. Empathy. When your wife is feeling jealous or possessive, try to see things from her perspective. What's she feeling? Why might she be feeling that way? Empathy doesn't mean you have to agree with everything, but understanding her feelings can help you both get to a better place. Think about it. When she's upset and you respond with kindness and try to understand where she's coming from, it can change the whole vibe. Instead of a standoff, you create a connection. You're showing her that her feelings matter to you, and that's huge. So next time tensions rise, take a deep breath and dive into some empathy. Ask her about her feelings, listen to what she has to say, and respond with compassion. It might not solve everything right away, but it's a step towards a more understanding and loving relationship. And hey, isn't that what we're all aiming for? To help you understand her better, watch our video on the signs your narcissistic wife is projecting her insecurities onto you. Or, discover daily habits that will help you to become more empowered. Make your choice to continue learning about these difficult dynamics.